Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are here with part 2 of this clutch job, and I hope you guys like this video, and I really do. We are just here to, I'm starting this off now just because, everything else at the beginning, it was little that, not to mention I kind of split up the first part into two different parts because how long it really was, so. But yeah, that's all said and done. But first job was great, and this part two was part one was just about taking off trying to get everything off and dropping the transmission and everything. Part two is getting the clutch off and the flywheel and a few other things. Actually have a look of what happened in the clutch and everything else. So I hope you guys like this video. I really do. I hope you guys stick around for future content and enjoy everything else so far. And I hope you enjoy this job. And I guess on that note, we'll let you to it. So I'll show you watch the video. So I hope you guys like and everything else and all that. But yeah, I had a good time and everything else. I hope you do stick around for this and part 3, which should be out shortly after this part, so I hope you guys look for that. And I hope you guys like this little extra content and everything else, because honestly this is like what I like to do during the day most of the time anyway. I like working on cars, so it's just what I do during the day. It's pretty much my day job. So yeah, and this project was a little longer than originally anticipated, trying to find parts and trying to get my hands on parts. I was a little troublesome, but on that note, we'll get out of here and let you finish watching the intro so we can get to the main show. So I hope you guys like this. Subscribe, I really do. I hope you stick around for future content, and we'll be right back. And we'll be right back on normal content later, but probably a couple videos here and there about this content as well. So I hope you stick around for that and everything else. So hope we see you there, and let's get into everything that we left off, which is, taking off the clutch and seeing what's wrong with the clutch and everything else, which I'm not giving any spoilers, but let's just say it's not something you see every day. So I hope you guys want to see that. Just look ahead and everything else, so we'll see you right here in the video. So let's get to it. Hey everybody, welcome back. And yeah, it's been actually been a day or two since we were under here last. It was supposed to be a day, but yesterday I had other things to do and I couldn't really come and do this. But yeah, it's been about a day later and everything else. One thing I had to kind of stop a little early the other night, which you saw in my time lapse, because it was starting to get dark quick, and like I said, I didn't have too much light, not too much. I don't have a light for my camera, so you probably won't see much anyway. Like me, I can really start seeing not that much under here because my two lights are dead and my other light trying to save. I keep forgetting to plug in my lights to charge them, so yeah. While we're here, kind of not breathing all this, but yeah, there's the clutch, got it out, and everything else, got the transmission moved out, and all that, but yeah, you can see all that clutch material, like, right up there in the corner, other stuff. Sorry, I can't really see too well while I'm in this position. But yeah, try to be under here and do everything else. Not easy, especially with the camera. So try to look at it at least. I see how tight these bolts really are. Ooh. Okay, that one was loose. That's scary. By the way, I did not loosen up any of these bolts. I didn't really touch these at all. Only to find out what size they are. But this bolt was loose. That's kind of scary, actually. You don't want bolts like this loose. That could be a problem. That one's tight. Well, guys, I don't know what to say here, but whoever did this clutch last time didn't do things exactly right. One thing, 3 of these bolts were way too loose than they should have been, and none of these bolts are Loctited. So I really do not know what's happening here. Yeah, see? There's no Loctite on these whatsoever. And 3 of them were loose, so. Alright. If you look at there, guys, here's nothing left on the clutch disc. It's all nothing. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you can see here all the clutch material and the fins are bent. No way, guys. I got the clutch out where I can actually look at it without being flat on my back. Look at this. This is the backside of the pressure plate. It's cracked in half. And yeah, there is no material left on the actual the clutch disc, the clutch rotor. But the pressure plate, it's cracked in half. Look at that. Look at the size of that crack. Wow, when this thing decided to go out, it went out with a bang. Holy crap. How is that a thing? I mean, I haven't really done a clutch myself, but I've seen quite a few clutches done online and in person, and I've never once have seen one in this bad condition. The clutch disc has no material left. That is just the metal fins, like so. And the actual pressure plate is cracked in half. This is a wall hanger right here. I am personally going to keep this to hang on the wall because this is insane. And yeah, there's all the bolts and everything else, and none of these had Loctite on them. If you look closely, no Loctite whatsoever. These bolts are clean, Loctite, 3 of them were loose. Because that probably caused an issue, probably. So you 100% know that? Not really. Look, even these fins are actually bent. Look at this one in the corner. That one's fully bent. It looks like it went through a meat grinder. I'm keeping these to put on the wall at that point. That is insane. Yeah, the pressure plate is snapped in 2. That is new for me. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. Had to go get a couple things just to show you something. Like this. And look at that pressure plate right there. That is what it's supposed to look like. That's literally what it's supposed to look like. Look in there, you see all that and everything else. Look in there, you can actually see the middle part melted and started welding itself together. There's no edge anymore. Yeah, let's not lose my clutch alignment tool. That's the invoice for Toyota. And here's the new pressure plate. Take a look at the old one. There's the old one, top and bottom, and if you look there, you can actually see the fins. They're actually bent. Look here. This is what it's supposed to look like. If I can get this thing out. On the back here, that's cool. No cracks. See, that's clean, no cracks. It's nice and clean. So yeah, that is, wow. That's honestly new for me, guys. I've never actually seen a clutch this bad. I really haven't. And yeah, here's the new that. I have all this stuff. I have the new bracket. I have brand new clutch bolts because honestly these are old, and honestly how bad and heat choke that is, these bolts got very, very hot and they probably don't have the strength in them like they used to, so we bought some new bolts just in case because like I said, these are cheap and you don't want any of the original ones snapping off because that could cause a big problem. That is new for me though. Holy crap. Yeah, we also have a new throwout bearing. And I'll probably open up these later. And we also have a new pilot bearing, which I'll also open up later. Because at least today I like to get the new pilot bearing in. And maybe, I don't know, it depends if the other one wants to come out. And we also have the new slave cylinder. Probably wondering why I didn't get a new clutch master cylinder, is because that's actually new. I put that in a couple months back. But yeah, with the end done and flywheels down there, the clutch and everything. Don't know if you noticed or not, but the clutch and everything. You look right there. They're 100% Toyota. Yeah, literally, these are 100% Toyota manufactured parts for the flywheel and the pressure plate, for the clutch disc and the pressure plate, and the flywheel. Yeah, that's from Napa, but honestly, they're a little bit better brand than most, and it's also cheaper than the one that they wanted from Toyota. Because trust me, just for these parts from Toyota, if you look here, see it says Toyota on it, and Lexus. This was not cheap. Let's just put it that way. This clutch was not cheap. For everything else said and done, so yeah, I got the new slave cylinder and everything else. That's just something I have not seen before, though. Wow. How in the heck did that break? By the way, I think I found out where the bolt came from. Took a little look at this off camera a little bit. And if you look inside here, you can see a missing screw. Because if you look on the other side, I don't know if you can see that. There's a screw in there. So these are weight screws, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still not too familiar with clutches, but yeah, I'm pretty sure those are weight screws to balance it out, balancing screws, and everything else. And if you look down here, that's not even in place anymore. The balancer. Yeah, the balancer isn't even in there anymore, because if you look over there, see there's one. Over there, there's another one. Over here, there's nothing. This clutch came apart. I am very confused how that even happened. Well, when this clutch wanted to go out, it wanted to go out with a bang, so there's that. That's bad, actually, very bad. I've not seen anything that bad before on a car. And I've been around cars longer than I can remember, honestly. Those are probably 17 mil. We get up here, let me try to find the right socket, and then we'll be, I guess, right back once we find the right socket and a couple other things. So we'll be right back. Alright, guys. Alright. Yeah. Got those out. Good thing I'm wearing my mask, because that dust and dirt that came off this thing when I was trying to break the bolts loose, that stuff's toxic to breathe. the old clutch powder. Got the bolts off. Yeah, you see that? I got that on. It's clutch pressure. The clutch, the flywheel. Sorry about that. This thing's heavy. A little out of breath. This flywheel has so many heat spots on it. It's insane on how much heat spots it has. And a little bit of oil on that, mostly because the rear main seal on the car leaks a little bit, so that's something I need to fix. And yeah, I finally got the clutch out. I'm going to let that air out underneath there before I get back under there from all that clutch dust. So while that's airing out a little bit, I guess I'll do little other things and let my camera charge. So I'll let that charge and then we'll be right back when I let that air out and a couple other things. So be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. And yeah, it's been a couple hours since I've been mingling around, everything else said and done. But yeah, it's been busy. So yeah, let's see if we can get you guys under here to see what's been going on. I've been trying to wiggle that loose, but I think I might need a tool to get that that bearing out of there. Also, this thing is going to get a rear main seal done. You can see down here oil pan because I drained the oil out of the thing, because to replace that rear main seal, you have to drop the oil pan. So, well, at least drop it down enough so you can get the plate that holds the rear main seal in place. So, yeah, by everything said and done, yeah, I'm kind of pulling in tonight for parts, and because I still don't have the right bolts. If you look over here on the back end of this car, here's the bolts for the flywheel and all that, mainly because I don't, have them, because I didn't know the size of bolts or anything else, so I had to wait until they were out to go get the bolts. And over here, there's a smaller one. That one's actually a valve cover bolt. If we come over here, and if you see down in there, you can see a pair of vice grips holding on the valve cover, because I replaced the valve cover gasket not that long ago, and the stupid valve cover bolt snapped off inside the head, so I have to tap and retrieve that and replace that bolt. In fact, I'm going to replace every single one on this, so it's all brand new hardware, nice, clean, and that's the bolt I took out so I can get the right size bolt. But yeah, like I said, I kind of stopped for now for like tools and mostly hardware, the parts I still need to wait on. So yeah, but yeah, pretty much I've just waiting for parts and that bearing thing, get that bearing out and everything else. But this video has been going on long enough, so I think this will be it for part 1. Maybe part 3, part 4, I don't know. There should be like 4 or maybe even 5 parts. It just depends on what I plan on doing and what I plan on recording. So on that note, I'm going to get out of here for part 1. So I hope you guys like this video. Subscribe, stick around for this series, since this is the only thing I can do, because I can't do my other stuff right now until this is done. So on that note, we'll get out of here. So I hope you guys like, subscribe, stick around, and I guess we will see you right here in the next video. Okay, bye.